disposal. Schnitzer Steel, Heald College. I saw Ada from Heald is here. Allied Waste back there. I saw Jerry. Heritage Community Credit Union, AT&T, Sims Metal Management. I saw our Sims friends are here. SMUD, the City of Rancho Cordova Rotary Club, of course, Waste Management, Golden State Water, and we're happy to welcome 2 new magic makers to our club. One is Lennar and PG&E. So thank you for all of that and helping us make our community a great place. Before I move on, I wanted to bring your attention and get Maura Riley up here. Is Maura Riley here? As she makes her way, you may not know this, but we are assisted every month by AmeriCorps volunteers. These are people, young people in service to their country, and we get help from people like Maura. This is her last day. She's been here for 18 months. She comes early, she sets up, she cleans up after you. She was a stalwart at our Kids Day. She has done so many wonderful service projects in support of Community Council goals this year. I want you to thank Maura for her service to us and wish her well. I'm going to make her tell you where she's headed.
I'm not actually going very far away. I've been hired for the National Children's Study at UC Davis, so still in the area.
A lot of times we get these Midwesterners and then they come out to California with AmeriCorps and they don't go away. But Maura's a real Californian. So we're glad she's decided to stay, and really she's done an outstanding job. Thank you so much, Maura. Thank you for helping. Maura worked with the physicians in the community program here, which is really an important effort to link young doctors with real live patients in the community of Rancho Cordova. So, yay, Maura! Okay, just a couple of quick announcements. How many of you have signed up to volunteer at the California Capitol Air Show? A few of them. It's not too late. The air show is roaring into town on September 10th and 11th. It's going to be one heck of a great show. Believe it or not, we need a ton of volunteers, almost 1,000 it takes to put on the air show. And we're almost there, believe it or not. We've got some great show, a great show coming. The highlights include a show called Tora, Tora, Tora. There's a picture of that on your tables today. That's a reenactment of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. It's the 60th anniversary of that moment in our history. It's also the 10th anniversary of the events of September 11th. So there will be certainly an observance of that. There's all kinds of great aviation, thrills and chills. It's a very patriotic event. We are an Air Force town, so people in Rancho Cordova certainly are used to having their eyes on the skies, and we certainly hope that you will, mark your calendar for that. We have a need for volunteers if you're looking for something to do on the 10th and 11th of September. We have a need for 450 what I call love of the show volunteers. That's volunteers who just go in and do everything from admissions to setting up fences to taking tickets to caring for other volunteers. I know that's what David does. We have many jobs that will just get you right in the middle of the air show and give you an experience that you would not otherwise have. We also have 350 volunteers, what I call love of something else volunteers, and they are volunteers who are working on behalf of nonprofit organizations in the Sacramento area. Many of them will be from Rancho Cordova, and they're flipping burgers and roasting hot dogs and doing all kinds of concessions work on behalf of their nonprofit. So this is one way the air show gives back to the community. You add that up, throw in a couple hundred, I call them volunteers from Travis Air Force Base, but they, if your commander says you're going to go volunteer, how voluntary is that? But anyway, we have about 200 folks from Travis coming. We have several youth groups like Explorer Cadets, we have the Navy Sea Cadets, we have many people, but there is room for you. And I'd like to say your flight starts at our website at www.californiacapitalayairshow.com. You must register to be a volunteer through the website. And as soon as you do that, you will be hearing from us with your exciting job assignment for the Capitol Air Show. If you do nothing else, at least buy a couple tickets and go. It's going to be a heck of a weekend, and very exciting, explosive excitement is the way it's being marketed, and it will be that. If you like a lot of pyro and fire, this is where you're going to want to be. So please get your tickets now and plan to come to the California Capitol Air Show. Don't want to miss that. Also want to give you another reminder that in about a month or so we are going to have the grand opening of the Sacramento Children's Museum right here on this property. The Children's Museum, the only and first of its kind facility in the Sacramento region, is in the building that now says McKesson, and there's sort of a temporary sign as you drove into City Hall today. That is a real feather in our cap to be host to the Children's Museum on the weekend of August 25th. There's a whole weekend of events, and you're going to really want to bring your kids, bring your grandchildren, bring your husband, bring your whoever, and come on out and check out the Children's Museum of Sacramento. We all know it's really the Children's Museum of Rancho Cordova, but you'll want to certainly be part of that very exciting thing. And then one last commercial before I turn it over to Jane. That is, hey, have you been through Leadership Rancho Cordova yet? How many graduates of Leadership Rancho Cordova do we have in the room? Ada, look at this. We have a number. I think if you talk to any of these people, they would tell you that it was a great experience, kind of an 8-month journey through our community, learning all about Rancho Cordova, what makes it tick. And the goal here, of course, is we are trying to build a bench of future leaders in Rancho Cordova that come to the table with a really great, solid background in everything from public safety and health care to the history of Rancho Cordova. The program is sponsored by the Rancho Cordova Chamber of Commerce. It is supported in a huge way by the Cordova Community Council, because we realize that people who will eventually take elected and appointed positions here in Rancho Cordova have to be residents, and we certainly support that. So are you a Rancho Cordova leader of tomorrow? This is one way to find out. Class 6 is now forming. I've been telling everyone, 25 great classmates, one exceptional experience. School goes back into session in September. There's a great retreat involved up into the foothills, and a lot of great information all year long, leading to a May graduation next year. So apply now. We're almost full, and if you have ever had any inkling that this might be something you're interested in, please check in with Jane or me or any of the graduates. Graduates, raise your hand one more time so they can see who you are, and find out for yourself.
Information's on our website.
Okay, yeah, Jane mentions the information's on your website, it's on our website, and it's on the city's website. So if you can't if you can't find the information, you're not smart enough to be a leader in Rancho Cordova. Let's face that, right?
Right.
Okay, let's put it right out there. Okay, so last but not least, we've got Leisha King from the C-Chat Center of Sacramento. Also, we already know that it's really the C-Chat Center of Rancho Cordova. And they've got an interesting program over there. She's going to take a couple minutes and then invite you out to the old ball game. Leisha.
Thank you, Shelley. As mentioned, I'm Leisha King. I'm the Development Director for the Chat Center, which stands for Children's Choice for Hearing and Talking. We are an oral school for kids who are deaf and hard of hearing. We serve children birth through age 8. All of our kids utilize hearing aids or cochlear implants to access sound, and it is our mission to teach them to listen and talk and get age-appropriate speech and language skills as quickly as possible, and then mainstream them back into their neighborhood schools requiring minimal support services. We are one of 2 oral schools in Northern California, and yes, we do reside in Rancho Cordova.
What did I say?
Our sister school is in Redwood City. So the 70 kids that we currently serve come from families that travel a great distance to receive our services. Many families come from Modesto on a daily basis, Galt, Lodi, Yuba City, Napa, Shingle Springs. You get the picture. So all of our services are provided at no cost to the families that we serve. We do have a $1.6 million annual budget, and half of that falls to me to fundraise on an annual basis. I do so gratefully because I am the mother of profoundly deaf twin girls who are bilaterally implanted with cochlear implants, and my daughters benefited greatly from the services of the Chat Center. So 2 things that I take upon myself, one being outreach like this, promoting awareness, and then fundraising, come together in this evening at Rayleigh Field. We are the featured nonprofit that evening. They have challenged us to sell 500 tickets for the night, and they've given us a number of incentives when we reach that level. At 500 tickets, we get the first pitch. We're able to have one of our alumni students who's headed to the University of Virginia speak to the crowd and give some information about the school. Our kids will be singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch. And for the greater Sacramento area that perhaps has not encountered an oral deaf child, to see them singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" is quite a moving experience. We'll have a chance to have a concourse table, a table on the concourse handing out information. So yes, this is a fundraising opportunity for us, and luckily we have a private family foundation that matches this year up to $225,000 that we raise. But also, and probably most importantly, this is a wonderful awareness opportunity for the Chat Center, so people in the greater Sacramento area know that we are in Rancho Cordova. So we hope to see you at Rayleigh Field. Thank you.
I would like to take a moment to thank all of our, this always bugs me every month. I would like to take a moment to thank all of the Chamber's diamond investors, and you can see that their logos are up there. These are the people the companies who support us in a big way, and we really appreciate them. But at this time, I also want to make you aware that we have some board members here. I have Ada Gerard from Heald College, who is one of our diamond investors. Wave. I have Jerry Mayberry from Allied Waste, also one of our investors. And I have Tim Murphy from GenCorp. And of course, Shelley Blanchard from the Cordova Community Council. And did I miss any of our board members? Because I thought I spotted y'all. Okay, great. I also want to acknowledge our ambassadors. They're the ones who help take attendance here. They help get your tickets. And they generally are our worker bees of the Chamber. And I'm not sure that they're all here today, but Jessica Aguirre from TechFix team is here. And Chuck Norman from the Norman Group. Usha Datla from Alpha Graphics, she had to leave. Sabina D'Souza from First Bank. Did Jay Hornbuckle, is he still here or did he leave?
He left.
Okay, well, then he doesn't get to be clapped. We have a few upcoming events that we're hosting. First of all, we have a combined mixer with the Folsom Chamber and the Rancho Cordova Chamber, and that is going to be on the 20th. The print is kind of small. It's on July 20th, and if you don't know where the marketplace is, there are some business cards at the table right up front that will show you what the place looks like with the address, and I will encourage you to come. Harry is here from the marketplace. If you'd like to know what the marketplace is, please come to the mixer and find out, because it's a very cool place to go shopping. Also, we have kind of a business seminar. We're calling it In the Race to Win and Keep Customers. This is a small business, fully packed couple of hours with our business expert, Bill Cole, and you will really learn and build some skills. So I encourage you to sign up for that. And then on your table is information about our business exchange. This is a business to business and business to community expo. We're inviting community members to come, have some lunch samplings from 8 of our area restaurants, and do a little shopping. Discover some of the hidden businesses that you didn't know were in Rancho Cordova that you might be able to take advantage of their services. So not only are we looking for business people to come and be involved, but also the community. We would like to invite you to